Peace and welcome. Greetings, greetings. This is our first video of 2019, Gregorian year 2019. And what I thought I'd do today, depending on where you are in the world watching this, I thought it would be cool to actually do a legitimate walkthrough of the wild unknown animal spirit cards. I've had this deck for I don't know, I bought it sometime in 2018, and I know that I did an unboxing, I believe, but I didn't do a complete walkthrough. And I figure, hey, I'll go ahead and do that tonight. Welcome, CB. Welcome, Teresa. Welcome. I'm just looking for a little background ambiance music, and I think I'm going to go with my old standby, my flute music. I'm going to set that up. Yeah, I didn't even watch the New Year's stream. I just sort of ignore all of that. Is that a New Year's stream? Is that what for the ball dropping or the peach dropping? Hopefully not the bird droppings, eh? Anyway, since we are here, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the chimes, hopefully before I knock anything else over. Oh, your New Year's Eve stream. Oh, okay, I hear you. Okay. Welcome, Vicky. Welcome, Celie Jane, Pavel, and of course, CB and Teresa. All right, let's go ahead and take a nice deep centering breath and welcome us into this sacred space. There you go. Yeah, I think I initially fell asleep last night, probably like 11 o'clock. Yeah, I think 11, 10:30, 10:30, 11. All right, let's see if we can get the camera so I can adjust. There we go. So I have to show you a complete walkthrough of Animal Spirit. You know, I used the cards on New Year's Eve, which was yesterday. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot I did a video last night. It seems like a year ago. Anyway, so I did pull a couple of cards using the Animal Spirit deck, and actually it was my first time using the deck, and little by little I was starting to feel more comfortable with it, and I was like, you know, I need to do a walkthrough. Isn't this box cool? This is a really cool, really beautiful box. And this was a deck by Kim Krans. Kim Krans, The Wild Unknown. Some of you may be familiar with her tarot deck, a beautiful black and white drawing tarot deck. And it was very non-traditional, and actually used a lot of nature and animals in that deck as well. And you can check my YouTube lineup. I know I have a video where at least I did an unboxing, not an entire walkthrough. So this deck the box is beautiful. It comes with a nice size guidebook, and you can see my black ink and paint on the guidebook from when I was painting. And it does come in a bigger, really beautiful not a clamshell, but the kind of box where the lid closes and there's a flap on the side. A really beautiful box that looks very similar to this. And I actually use that box for something else. So we're going to do a walkthrough of this deck. Let me put that there. And I'll read just a little bit from the book. There's a table of contents. She gives a little story about the eagle meets the rabbit, understanding the deck, natural selection, earth, water, fire, air, spirit. The deck is broken up into the 5 elements. Using the deck, what is my spirit animal, what to ask, when to ask it, caring for your deck, blah, blah, blah. Deeper insight, she gives a few spreads, and then gets into the deck, earth cards, water cards, fire cards, air cards, and spirit cards. And very nicely done, nice font. It almost looks like it's handwritten. And this is the inside of the little white book, and that's the format. Just so you can see what the format looks like. And I will go ahead and open the deck and show you the cards. Okay, now let me move this out of the way. It's a nice little silver ribbon, and I figured I'd go ahead and show you the deck before I actually put my own silver gild on it. It doesn't come with silver gild, which I think would have been a nice touch, especially since there's silver metallic on the box. A nice silver gild would look nice on the side. So it's a very beautiful box. Whether you like to use your deck in a box or repurpose the box. Okay, so we're going to, let's see, how about we start it this way. So these are the spirit cards. And how many spirit cards are there? There is 7. I think there's 7 of each or more. I'm not sure. We will see. So these are the element of spirit right there. Let's put that there. And just want to open up to the table of contents for just a second. And we're going to get right through this deck. Okay. So you have the golden egg. And if you look at the 0, the O up there, it's very much similar to iridescence, what's on the deck itself. I mean, the box itself. So let me show you. It's the same type of metallic. So you have the golden egg representing spirit. You have the sea serpent. There you go. Isn't that beautiful? I really like the simplicity of the drawings. I'm a big fan of black and white art, and I like how there's just enough color to give it a hint. And Pavel was absolutely correct. Dragon eyes. That's the eye on the front of the box. Dragon eye. Another spirit card. Phoenix. And the cards are very nice, substantial cardstock. Cosmic egg. Isn't that beautiful? And look how that's how the 0 shimmers. How the spirit symbol shimmers. Black egg. Unicorn. The cards are so thick. I mean, they're quite flexible, but they're actually very thick. And next we have the spider. Which, when I first saw the spider, I was thinking it would be the earth element. Sorry, the air element. I was quite surprised to find out the spider was an earth element, but it kind of makes sense. They do creep or crawl all over the floor a lot. But isn't that beautiful? Buffalo. Sealy Jane says she loves the spider card. Sealy Jane, I am terrified of spiders. Spiders absolutely terrify me. But I am working on that. I am working on that. Buffalo. Isn't that a beautiful buffalo? Mouse. Elk. And you know what? Just for just for Sealy Jane, I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. Let me see if I can find the spider card in the book. So I'm gonna go ahead and read the spider card for you. Spider. Creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it. Both financially and spiritually, it is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. So, spider. What I've discovered through just a small amount of time that I've been working with the deck, which, as you know, hasn't been that long, and really contemplating it and thinking about it. Like the book, I find the book okay and good to touch, but I think this is one of those decks where you really want to dig in deep and find your own messages for the various elements and the animals. Elk, snake. Love that flower of life right in that snake. It's a very interesting, uh, well, yeah, flower of life. That would be an earth element because the seed of life, seeds are planted in the ground in darkness. Raccoon. Every time I change a card, I'm double checking to make sure I'm not dragging two because the cards are they have a nice weight to them. And I am not about floppy cards. Earthworm. Wow, look at that horse. I love the use of the black ink, the stark black ink against the white background and just faint washes of color. Lamb. Isn't that gorgeous? Like when I got this deck, I was like, is this a tarot deck? What is this? It's a whatever you want to call it deck. Fox. Rabbit. Wolf. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Deer. And then, of course, we remember this card was pulled the other day. I think it was for Love Magic. The water element. Turtle. Hold on one second. Okay. Swan. I once had a very beautiful mystical experience involving a swan. Dolphin. That's beautiful. Beaver. Personally, I think this Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck is one of the better ones out there. Not so much for the little white book, but for the imagery and the quality of the cards. Stingray. Look at that. Oyster. Starfish. Well, water, frog. Oh, look at that shark. Just the right amount of color in this deck, in this card. Shark. Octopus. That beautiful fish in the crescent. Fish. Otter. Otters are just beautiful little creatures. I love to watch them swim, and they're so playful. Of course, if I came across one in the wild, I'm not going to try to go up to it and pet it. Crocodile. Crocodile. Scorpion. And the element of fire. I get the red sting coming out of the tail. And then you look at the pinchers, you know, the little splash of red. Lizard. Ooh, hyena. I'm not too keen on hyenas, but I'm sure some hyena wisdom would be good when you need it, right? And you're welcome, Silly Jane. Fire ants. And let me tell you, fire ants are no joke. Having lived some of my life in Georgia and standing on a red ant hill, a fire ant hill, I still remember that to this day, of standing at the car telling my uncle bye. And next thing I know, I started dancing the fire ant jig all the way back into the house. Tiger. Camel. Panther. Elephant. I've never really thought of elephants as being fire. I'd have to, I want to check that one out. So let's take a quick look at that one. Fire. It's still in the fire. Okay, elephant. Okay. Elephant. Unstoppable, auspicious, wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in this deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that the great elephant is a destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When in balance, one-pointed focus, generous, loving. When out of balance, misunderstands fate. To bring into balance, trust. So, again, you can take it or leave it. You can, the beautiful thing about oracle cards and any symbolism for that matter is you take it for what it means to you. And for myself, when I look at this card, if I think of elephant as representing the fire element, I think of the passion that a mother has and the love of her children, willing to do anything, willing to encourage them and inspire them to their greatest. So I can see the fire in that way. Cheetah and lion. Cobra. Remember, Cobra came up for Glenn. Just love this card stock. It's beautiful. And did I show you the back of the card? It has a slight silver metallic. Very slight metallic. Cobra. Zebra. I can definitely see the gazelle. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm going to tell you right now, Sealy Jane, when that tarantula image came up, I was like, oh, I could feel the little hair follicles on my body sort of raise up. And I have to remember, oh, this is just a drawing on a card. And let's see, we got the air element. Yeah, I had like a 3 nanoseconds of what the heck? And I was like, okay, Tamu, this is just a card. Hummingbird. Isn't that beautiful? Hummingbird. If you guys look in my archive, you'll see a beautiful hummingbird video that I had taken when I was in Coarse Gold, California, visiting my sensei and his wife. Hawk. Vulture. This year, I have come to appreciate the majesty of vultures. They're actually quite beautiful. Quite beautiful. Vultures. B. Air. I have to admit, this butterfly kind of looks a little bit more like a moth to me because the wings seem a little bit out of proportion to the body. So I would say this is probably the only card in the deck that I'm not 100% keen on, which is unfortunate because I really love butterflies. I'm just not too keen on this one. But it's a nice card nonetheless, and I'll make friends with it. Ah, one of my favorite birds, the crow. Crows and ravens, just so beautiful. Dragonfly, isn't that gorgeous? Wow. have to say, I have at least twice in my life had the fortunate and unfortunate position of being in the living room after midnight on the computer and seeing something flying by out of the corner of my peripheral vision. And I'm like, what the heck? Was that a butterfly? No, was that a moth? What was that? Only to realize it was a bat. And I'm sure someone got a kick out of seeing me run around the block in t-shirt and underwear as I ran out the house screaming. Peacock. Oh, it's gorgeous. Nightingale. There's so much personality in her drawings. Beautiful. Hawk. I'm sorry, eagle. Eagle. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow, I love that card. Moth. Now, let me tell you, this moth is prettier than the butterfly card. That is one gorgeous moth. Makes that butterfly a little jealous. Moth. Owl. Woo-hoo. Woo. Firefly. Oh, I love fireflies. Lightning bugs. I used to like to capture them in my hand and watch them walk around the palm of my hand. They were the only insects other than ladybugs that I was not afraid of. There you go. So that is a walkthrough of Animal Spirit. Animal Spirit deck. This is a beautiful deck. I use this as a supplement with my Spirit Keepers Tarot. It's always nice to have some inspiration for supplemental energies to pull from. So that is Kim Cran's Animal Spirit Oracle deck. There you go. Of course, when you buy one of these decks, you're not going to get all this black smut all over it. Just don't paint anywhere near the book like me. I like to have everything arrayed around me. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. I figured I'd come on and make the first video of the year and let it be that. And just wanted to say hi and spend a little bit of time with you. And I just finished doing my year in advance spread for using tarot. And I used the Benebell Winds tarot deck, Spirit Keepers Tarot. And you can check me out on Instagram. Here's an image. I posted an image. Whoops. I like to live life on the edge. I'm always on E. So there you go. So that's my year in advance. I didn't want to post, all of the imagery on Instagram. Just wanted to show a little sample, and I have to, sit down and interpret and divine my year in advance. This is starting with January and ending with December. So there you go. Got the 11, the Justice card, and 17, which is Temperance. I believe that's 17. She calls it the Healer. And you can check out my stuff on Instagram. There you go. All right. It was nice to connect as well, Silly Jane. I am kind of tired, but I was like, I gotta get some work done, and I figured I'd come on here and get a little inspiration and get it going. All right. And if you want to follow Benebell Win on Instagram, there you go. You can follow her there at Bell Win. She is coming out with a second edition of her Spirit Keepers Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. All right. You guys have a good night. I'm going to go over and do some meditation and write some stuff down and try to get into bed within the next hour. I wish you peace and great bliss. And let's go ahead before we end. Let's take a nice deep centering breath. Let's remember our ancestors and all those who've come before. This is Tamuingina, Priestess Heart. Until next time, keep going.